Hey everyone, welcome back to my vlog. This week has been full of lots of hardships, struggle, and friendship. Starting off, a few days ago, Wednesday, we flew to Amsterdam on a 9-hour plane flight, took a 6-hour layover in Amsterdam, and then flew an hour and a half all the way here to Poland. Although the plane food wasn't the best, it was still a pretty fun flight. Got to sit with my friends, hang out. It had some insane movies. Have you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street? Actually, my friends and I finally finished watching Frozen. Another great part was at the Amsterdam airport, we played a prank on my friend Jonah, who's actually right there behind me. What we did was we told him that, or a lot of us were hiding around the corner, and we had our friend Elena run up to him, he was asleep on the bench, and tell him that the plane was leaving and that everyone was already boarded. He freaked out. It was actually really funny. Like, I'm not a big person on pranks, although I love watching them, but my friend Elon came up with this, and it was hilarious. Did you even know that they have Starbucks in Amsterdam? I personally didn't. I was hoping they did, and luck paid out for me. My friend Elon and I, we went, grabbed some Starbucks, and we had a really good time. Once we arrived in Poland, we went straight to a Jewish cemetery that was a few minutes down the street. It was a pretty interesting place to visit, as I saw so many familiar names, last names, of people who I knew. And it just made me think of all the Jews in Warsaw who had perished over the years and how much of an impact they had on society. One thing I'm definitely going to take away from this trip is the amount of sleep I got. By the end of our first day in Amsterdam, I hadn't slept in 36 hours. That's a long time. Due to all the layovers and conversion of time in the different zones, I hadn't slept at all, except for an hour on the plane from Amsterdam to Poland, and then maybe 2 hours on the bus ride to the hotel. After spending our first day in Warsaw, visiting the Jewish cemetery, spending the night, the next day we took a 3-hour bus ride to Lublin, where we visited the death camp, Majdanek, and it was a very moving and emotional time for our grade. We bonded together, some people cried, and we just all came together and took in the horrors of the Holocaust and how much it affected our everyday lives as Jews. As emotional of a time as it was, we had to keep moving along on our trip. We took a 7-hour bus ride to Krakow, where we got to our hotel, which is where I'm at right now, and for the past 2 days we've been here. We celebrated Shabbat, which is the Sabbath in Judaism, and we visited various different synagogues, Polish landmark, or Krakow landmarks, and it was pretty cool. We got to view lots of really unique European architecture, some that resembled Italy, and it was really neat. I had never been to Europe before. This is actually my first time actually staying somewhere, and it's been a pretty neat experience so far. Right before I started filming this, I was actually asleep. Now, before you jump to conclusions, like why was I sleeping towards the end of the day, midday, let me explain. Unfortunately, last night I was up until, I'd say around 3 in the morning. I just couldn't sleep. Needless to say, I kind of passed out on my bed as soon as we got here, and I basically missed our whole evening program. While everyone else was out having dinner and enjoying the town, I was asleep in my bed, alone. Although it would have been fun to go walk around or have dinner and actually see one of the ghettos, I kind of enjoyed sleeping because it kind of helped rejuvenate me, because I was completely out of it earlier. So I'm glad that happened, because now I'll have all of my energy for what we are going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to be waking up bright and early for our next length of our journey. After a short bus ride, we will be at the death camp Auschwitz, in which we will see the true horrors of the Holocaust and how it affected our people. And it's going to be a very emotional time for us all, but knowing our grade, we're all going to be there for each other, people are going to cry, but we'll pull through, and it's a good experience for us all to fully understand what happened many, many years ago and how that shaped our people in becoming who we are. Ending on a happy note, 2 days from now, we're heading to Israel. It's about a 2-hour flight from here, but it's going to be awesome. Once we get there, we are going straight to Jerusalem, to the Western Wall, to celebrate the holiday of Shavuot, which is basically where you stay up all night studying, and we're not going to be studying all night, but we are going to be celebrating with thousands upon thousands of Jewish people at the Western Wall, and it's going to be an experience of a lifetime. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you liked it, please comment below. If you have any questions or anything, write down here, and then I would very much appreciate it if you guys could subscribe up here. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing week.